Okay, don't know if this video will ever see the light of day, will ever go up on one of my other YouTube channels that are mostly focused on like toys or models or fun stuff other than the watches that I've been primarily focused on. But anyways, I'll just do this anyways. This is a relatively new release from Mattel. It's under their Brick Shop line with Hot Wheels, and it's basically like brick built vehicles. And I don't think they've done this before. So this is the 90s Acura NSX, and I think this is the best one that they have, or one of the best. There's about 5 others, I think, but this one is probably the one that gravitates to me mostly. Other than maybe there's like an old school 300 SL Mercedes-Benz Gullwing, which is pretty nice actually. It's in blue. I may pick that up later, perhaps. I think they're all about the same scale. Although I thought maybe perhaps the Mercedes might be slightly larger. I have to check the scale, but this is 1/16 scale, and I was just checking online, just asking Google whether how this compares to like Lego's icons, their vehicle lineup, and those they say are about 1/14 scale, so pretty close. I think the Lego version is a bit larger, obviously, at 1/14 versus 1/16, but I think they may look decent enough together in the same shelf, I guess. It's going to be like a large scale. This isn't like a play model like you can fit minifigures into. But anyways, I'm just going to quickly go over this. It's about $50, which I think is fair considering the price per piece ratio, if you're going to measure things to that, which I don't think is necessarily fair and right way to measure the value of a particular set based on this number of parts. Again, it does have metal parts. It doesn't really specify but too much, but I guess this little plaque, or maybe this is some sort of tool like separator, like or this is just something that goes with the car. I'm not exactly sure what this is, but it looks metal. It points out the wheels, so I assume probably all the wheels are metal, if not well, I guess probably maybe these ones, the more premium wheels, these it's Ray's wheels versus these. I don't see that it's metal. It just says Hot Wheels. So these do look maybe like they could be possibly more plastic. I have to take it out, but and it comes with a cool 1/64 scale of the actual car. I don't know if it's would say that the details are exact. This definitely has like a body kit on it, which is pretty cool, and it actually looks fairly low too. And you can customize it to, I guess, this is maybe fully optioned out with stickers and everything. If you really want to do the maybe make this look like I guess a pace car. And what else is there? So you get 2 sets of wheels, and you can actually choose which version you want. Acura is obviously for like North America, maybe some other places, but we got the left-handed steering. Otherwise, you can do a Honda version, which will be on the right side, which is more like in Japan, for instance. So it's pretty cool. They give you both options, and it does have a steering wheel that works. Opening rear hatch, and the door swing open too. And I guess this car is basically like a Target top. I would consider this not a full convertible. So basically, like the middle section lifts off if you want it to, and so it should measure when it's done approximately 10 inches long, which is pretty good. That's not a bad length, and maybe approximately 2 inches high to the top of maybe these lights. It might be a little bit lower if you take those off. But yeah, I think it's looking pretty nice. I'm looking forward to build this. I wonder how hard it is. The level of complexity. I've never built one. I built brick model from Mattel before, so this will be my first experience, and I look forward to it. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna do it like this, without all the stickers. I don't need all that. Just keep it clean, and without this lights here, like basically a pace car version, or I guess you could say it's essentially just like this, but that's probably what I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna use the raised wheels. Those would be nice on that. And that's about it. I guess I'll film this and take some more snapshots of it after it's done. Okay, just document this too. So open up the contents. A closer look at what's in here. I guess this is probably a spare tire that goes in the trunk. Although I don't know why it would come with disc brakes. I'd be interested to see what exactly this is used for. Let's open this up quickly. Let me get a feel if these are actually metal. Oh, you know what? These are the wheels. Didn't even realize that. Yeah, so you put these on top, so that's why you see the disc brakes in there. I can pop these out. Hang on. Okay, just to confirm. Well, first, here's this piece here. I wonder what this goes to. Maybe this is mounted onto the car at some point inside. You can open it up, or maybe on the bottom, and see like you know, the name of this thing. It could be, you know how like the die-cast cars like this. Let's see if I can safely pop this out. And this back. You know how the bottom of the car has like this, the name of the car and the branding on the bottom. This might be something similar. And here's a closer look at the NSX, and they did some like panel lining to just add some detail, which I'm not sure. I don't think they normally do that with the kind that you can get at the store for like what, $1 or so. Right, the normal ones, they'd just be all painted solid color. They wouldn't go into this much detail. It's pretty plain for the most part, the ones that you normally get at the store. So this, I think this has a more premium finish and detailing done to it over those. But in the end, it's still just Hot Wheels. I'm sure. I gotta look. I think I have an NSX at home as well. So I'll do a comparison later. And just so you know, these definitely are plastic, but you know, they got a nice metallized finish, and they look okay. Personally, I don't think these look right on this car, especially how thick this rim is around the edge. That doesn't look right. The spokes should go all the way almost to the edge of the wheel. So that already in itself is like, don't like the way that's done. It looks a little cheap. It would look like, I think they're trying to make this look like a larger version, essentially, of like this. This is kind of more or less what that is. You see how thick the rim is around there? But, you know, limitations maybe of, you know, these production of such a, you know, toy car. So that, I think that's basically what that's supposed to be, which I am not going to use. So I'll pop that back in. I'll definitely use these. These look much better. It's metal, and at least, you know, the spokes, the way they go to the rim or the edge of the wheels is that looks correct to me. So yeah, these look a lot better. And so let me put that to the side. You got 13. I'm just trying to count the bags. 14. I think up to 14 bags. That's what it looks like. I think the maximum is probably about 14, or actually 15, I guess. This might be the last one. All the details or something. And here's the, I should put this back too. Hang on. Okay, so here's a look at the manual. Comes with a sticker sheet here, which I'm not going to use. It's just to put right over the top if you want to give it that pace car look. You know, put Honda or Acura over the top, maybe on the back window too. I'm sure you got your choice of badging, put Honda or Acura. Oh, these are partially transparent stickers, so let me see, where is these are mostly the branding for, I think, the pace car. I'm trying to see inside here. It doesn't look like I have to look. You know, I did think, yeah, I think all the pieces might be all printed, which is good. Just a little history about the car and seeing how you can personalize and customize it. So here's would be the base model, more or less. I wonder if even this is even optional, because I don't think normally the NSX comes with like such a big aggressive front spoiler splitter or whatever you want to call it at the front, and maybe even the side skirts might not be so big or aggressive as well, and it definitely shouldn't have all this like aero kit on the back. So if you can strip it down to the base, then that might look about right for like a base NXS, but we're not going for that. I'll probably basically do this minus the lights on top and all the extra branding. I'm not going to make it look like a pace car, and that'll look pretty cool. And concepts, the people I guess that designed this, yeah, so far everything looks about right. I mean, as right as you can make it for a brick built, you know, vehicle that looks as realistic as possible. And I do like the attention to detail and give you the option to do left or right-handed steering, and you got like matching plates. So if you're in Japan, you'll get more of a Japanese style plate versus, you know, this is pretty somewhere in the United States. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I'd probably stick with the left-handed, but then maybe I still might badge it as a Honda. If I can still keep like the, I don't know if it's on the steering wheel, and then maybe the rest of the car, just to keep it, you know, Honda. But since I'm in the United States, I might still keep it as a left-hand drive, and it'll feel more realistic for me. And I guess they have their own proprietary, like, you know, separator, you know, one of those tools like that some Lego sets come with, like that orange kind of tool that you pry off parts and whatnot. And just a brief look at the instructions. I would say they're pretty much like how Lego does it, more or less. So, yeah, wow, how many pages? 170. Whew. And then they got parts lists. I wonder if, well, you have to probably, I wonder where you would get like extra Mercedes parts, brake parts for this. I wonder if they're even, probably this stuff should be compatible from what I'm looking at just briefly at some of the scale and all these parts. It looks like this should be compatible with Legos if I ever wanted to go that route and needed to modify it further with non-Mattel parts. It's which I think would be fine. I'm not a purist. It's got to be all from one set. And here's the stickers. And it looks like they actually, I'm guessing that these pieces that they have that are wrapped up are the clear ones. So that's nice. They kept them, you know, from getting scratched in these bags. It's just good because Lego doesn't always do that. I would say most of the time they don't. So you'll get like scratched up clear pieces. This kind of sucks, but anyways, it's nice. It looks like they do have a decent amount of printed parts where applicable. Even the license plate, that's cool. Which again, a lot of times these days, in 2025 and maybe even before that, Lego doesn't really do. Oh, lastly, I wanted to show. See, this is how you piece the thing together. I think the disc brakes are already part of it, so you don't need to do that. But I think that's how it's assembled. What else is there? There was a picture of. It is. And they tell you about the lights, so the pace car, yeah, I know that. And maybe they might give you some ideas on what you can do and how you can customize the parts. And more personality. I guess you go here to build different aspects of the customizable parts. And easy to slip on the wheels, just pop them on. I think some Legos are like that, and I wanted to show you just a quick picture of the other models. I'll find it. So the only decals you get are the ones if you want to add all this extra stuff for the to make it like a pace car, or you want to make it sporty. You don't have to have like the the pace car stuff, you can just maybe keep like some of the tuner stuff, like Hot Wheels. But what's this say? Nostalgic car? No, I don't need to put that on there. That's a little cheesy. But if you want to write Toyo tires, what is this? I can't read it. Is it Rays? Yeah. We'll go with that. We'll go with this pace car thing. Rays again. Toyo tires. There's a couple of things, but I don't think I'm going to bother with all that. And I wonder, no, I think the profile between these two are the same. It's not like, for some reason this looks lower, but it shouldn't be. It looks like it's even like on a, you look at the picture, is the car on a rake, like it's higher and it drops to the front. I wonder if you can customize the suspension on this too. Once I get this done, I will do a video to inform it. That's pretty cool. Just to put it in a setting. This is the Acura, but I may do the Honda logo just to make it more, you know, like it's an import, or just go with the original badging, because underneath it, it's basically still a Honda at its heart. This Acura is just a more premium branding, I suppose. And here's some of the other ones. Yeah, definitely the Mercedes is larger. It's 1/12 scale. That's what I thought. I saw somewhere. This is the largest one I believe that they have. So the details should be even nicer. I think these premium wheels are, at least the caps here are metal. And this looks actually kind of good. This would be kind of neat to pair up. It might be a little bit big, but we'll see how it stacks up against the James Bond Lego I have, the Aston Martin DB5, is it? Because it's kind of a similar design. Here are some of the other ones that are 1/16. They have a Corvette. If you're into this, it's be kind of cool, but not really me. They have this Cadillac, and there is one other kind of race car like thing, but I forgot what the other one was. But yeah, I think this one's good. Anyways, I'm gonna get to it, and hopefully the next video will actually be the finished product, and I'll show you too, and maybe go over anything else I've learned, any extra features about it. All right, here is the final build of the Honda or Acura NSX from Mattel, the brick shop, Hot Wheels car here. And actually here is I'm gonna have a closer look at the Hot Wheels that it comes with. I think this is kind of an exclusive for this, the way it's painted, some of the details and stuff. But it's nice that it comes with it, and standard 1/64 scale, but it isn't 100% like this, but close enough. Let's get this out of the frame, and here we go. Sorry, squeaky chair, and it looks good. It looks like what it's supposed to be. I would just say that from the top, when you look at it directly, it is a bit rectangle or squared off a bit. I think it could have used a little bit more taper, and I think some undulations. If you look at like this as sort of an example, I mean it's fairly straight too, but then of course this is a Hot Wheels, but you know, you can see there's a little bit more curvature and contouring. This can look a little bit blocky in a way directly on top, if you can see what I mean. I think maybe it could have used slightly more taper, or I don't know, widening and like contouring overall from directly on top. But I think most angles, when you look at it from all around, and I'll try to spin this around so you can see it from the rear view here, the profile angle and such. I think it's convincing enough. Spin this around and came together nicely. Everything fit well. Look at the engine. Nice custom pieces. Obviously these wheels, these are the metal versions. I'm not going to show off the the other plastic ones that it comes with, the 5-spoke, which sort of look closer to these, but I don't think it looks that realistic. And these just look better anyways. And they have the what did I call it on there? Rays, like branding on there. And yeah, it's kind of cool. It's got like, I think this is an extra added body kit, which I'm pretty sure the standard NSX as it comes from the factory does not include, especially with this extra splitter or front air dam or whatever you want to call this up front. It does have pop-up headlights, which you can either lift up from the front if you have nails, or you can just, I would just push them from behind here like that. That's probably the easiest thing. You can kind of reach inside the front here. Just push on the back a little bit like that, and there you go. And you got pop-up headlights. That's pretty cool. What else you got? The trunk doesn't open when much in the front because the back is where the engine is. I have this configured as basically JDM style, so that's the way I'll have the, I don't know, it's kind of hard to read back here, but let's just say in here, Honda instead of Acura, and put on the Japanese plates, license plates, and made this the right-handed steering, because that's how it is in Japan. The doors do open. That, well, pretty far, and you can see the detailing here, and the same with this side, of course. And they are kind of held in with this. You have to put a little bit of they do open easily, but closing it is a bit of a tight fit to get it in there. And I gotta do it with the other hand. Hold on. I just couldn't do it with this thumb. This is from this angle, but I have to just kind of push it in a bit just to clear this edge, and then once it does, it just slips in and it's just kind of held in like that. The only thing I would say is I wish that the gauges were zeroed out, like it's in rest position as it is. It's like it's being revved and it's driving at, oh, I can't even tell what the speed is right there, at 120 miles per hour. Yeah. And perhaps also, I guess if it was the JDM version, wouldn't it be in kilometers? But otherwise, yeah. I mean, it looks good. I just wish it wasn't out of rev and at speed. And this doesn't open up. I don't have the extra bar that goes on top of the light bar. I just decided not to make that. And I'll just quickly show you. This lifts up. Shows you the engine. I wonder if this plate is actually supposed to be in this direction, or should it actually be flipped around so you can read it when viewing the engine from the outside this way. Seems kind of upside down, but maybe it really is supposed to be like that, but that's how the instructions said. And I just like the profile of this. It's got a bit of a rake, so the front is slightly lower. You can maybe tell by the clearance between the front of that part and the back. And the only thing I think I might change if I wanted to is I think these black pieces around the bottom and the edge that make up that skirt. I think I might have, and you can kind of see it from the side that there's a black here. That doesn't bother me as much because there's a division, but I don't think it necessarily needs to be black around the side and the bottom. I think if those pieces, if I swap them out for maybe some red ones, make it all like one red piece like that, I think that would actually look better. It's a possible modification right here. Put it back down. Just go down really easily. And that's about it. And again, I made this the JDM version, so that's why I have the Honda up front. Otherwise, pretty cool, and I think well worth the $50 that you get. It's kind of priced. It's smaller than an Icon like Lego, because those are around 1/12 or 1/14 scale, versus this is like 1/16. But and they do have like larger models, but this one is, I think the detail and the size is close enough to Icons that this makes a decent rival competition to that, given like everything that you get. And oh yeah, you get that plate. Here's the bottom, how it looks like. And you do get this plate that you can snap on the bottom, which has the car make and everything. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, and then the steering wheel does. Let's see here. I tried to show it to you. But yeah, you turn the steering wheel or the wheels, they'll turn. They'll both turn, and that's about it. Yeah, I think it's pretty. It came together and it's pretty cool. I think it's worth it. I look forward to seeing what else they make in the future.